Are you ready for a game-changing update on your Galaxy device? Samsung has just rolled out the One UI 7.0 beta update to the Galaxy S24 series in the USA, and it's bringing a feature that many have been waiting for, the ability to record voice calls. Now, before you get too excited, Samsung isn't calling it call recording. Instead, it's introducing the call transcripts feature, which offers a clever workaround to recording calls on your Galaxy smartphone. And while the feature may still be a little rough around the edges, it's definitely a step in the right direction. If you want to be the first to experience these updates and much more, don't forget to join our membership. Link is in the description below. With One UI 7.0, the call transcripts feature allows you to record your voice calls. This could be incredibly useful for a variety of reasons, whether you're using it for business, personal notes, or legal matters. However, there are some things to keep in mind. The feature is not exactly a straightforward call recorder. Instead, you will need to manually start recording during an ongoing call. While this might feel a bit clunky to some users, it's important to note that it's still an option when you need it. What sets this feature apart is the transparency it offers. Once you begin recording a call, both parties, the caller and the person on the other end, will be notified that the conversation is being recorded. It's a legal safeguard that helps users avoid any surprises, especially considering that call recording laws vary from state to state in the USA. This gives you peace of mind, knowing that both parties are aware of the recording. After the call ends, you can access the audio file of your recorded conversation. Even better, Samsung's advanced AI will transcribe the call into text for you. This transcription feature is especially handy for those who need to keep a record of important discussions or meetings. What's more, the call transcripts feature currently supports over 20 languages, which opens up the potential for international users to take advantage of this tool as well. You might recognize this feature from Google's Pixel phones, where a similar call recording tool called Call Notes was introduced with the Pixel 9 series. Much like Samsung's offering, it allows users to record calls and receive transcriptions. This feature has been expanded to older Pixel devices through a software update, offering users an effective way to manage their calls. It's clear that call recording is becoming a feature many smartphone users are asking for, and Samsung is catching up with the competition. And it doesn't stop there. Apple has also jumped on the bandwagon. With the iOS 18 update, iPhones now include a similar feature. This means that the three major smartphone giants, Samsung, Google, and Apple, are all offering users the ability to record calls, though each approach is slightly different. Now, if you're a Samsung user, you may be wondering when you'll get your hands on this feature. The call transcripts feature is currently available in the beta version of One UI 7.0, which means it's still in testing. However, Samsung has confirmed that this feature will likely make its way to the stable version of One UI 7.0, which is expected to roll out in the first quarter of next year. So, if you're not a part of the beta program yet, you'll soon have the chance to enjoy this useful feature. For those who are excited about this new addition to One UI 7.0, keep in mind that this is just one of many hidden features that the update brings. From new customization options to enhanced privacy settings, One UI 7.0 is packed with improvements designed to make your Galaxy experience better than ever. If you're curious about all the hidden gems in this update, be sure to check out our detailed video below. In conclusion, the call transcripts feature is a welcome addition to One UI 7.0, even if it isn't a perfect call recording tool just yet. It provides a manual workaround for those who need it, and with AI-generated transcriptions, it's a powerful tool for anyone who needs to keep track of conversations. As we wait for the stable update to drop in the coming months, there's no doubt that Samsung is making strides to improve the Galaxy experience for its users. So, if you want to stay ahead of the curve and gain access to all the latest updates and exclusive content, be sure to join our membership today. Link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
The smartphone industry is constantly evolving, with each new year bringing us flagship devices that push the boundaries of technology and design. In this video, we'll be taking a close look at the two biggest names in the smartphone world right now, Apple's iPhone 16 Pro Max and Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra. Both phones are powerhouses in their own right, but how do they stack up against each other? Let's dive into the battle of the bigs. Design and size. As expected, Apple's iPhone 16 Pro Max doesn't deviate much from its predecessor when it comes to design. The rectangular shape, soft corners, flat sides, and dynamic island pill-shaped cutout remain. This year, however, the screen has grown from 6.7 inches to a massive 6.9 inches, making it the largest display ever on an iPhone. Its bezels are even thinner, but the overall dimensions have changed slightly, measuring 163 millimeters by 77.6 millimeters. In comparison, the Galaxy S24 Ultra is slightly smaller at 162.3 millimeters in height, but a bit wider at 79 millimeters, making it easier to handle for users who love to use the S Pen for sketching or taking notes. Speaking of the S Pen, Samsung once again offers the stylus nestled into the bottom of the Galaxy S24 Ultra. It's a feature that remains unique to Samsung in the flagship market, and one that many users either love or ignore completely. The precision of the S Pen, developed in partnership with Wacom, is something to be admired, making it a fantastic tool for creative tasks. Apple, on the other hand, introduces some new tricks with its buttons. The Action button, which debuted in the iPhone 15 Pro series, returns, offering customizable functions for launching apps or activating Siri shortcuts. But the real star of the show is the new Camera Control button. This physical key, equipped with a capacitive surface, allows users to control the camera with a swipe, much like a traditional camera shutter button, enhancing the photography experience. Both phones come in sleek color options. The iPhone 16 Pro Max offers titanium finishes in white, black, natural, and the new Desert Titanium. Meanwhile, Samsung gives users a broader selection with titanium violet, yellow, black, and gray, and 3 exclusive colors if you order directly from Samsung's website. Display differences. When it comes to display, both phones boast impressive technology. The iPhone 16 Pro Max features a 6.9-inch OLED panel with a 120Hz refresh rate and an always-on display that can drop its refresh rate to just 1 Hz, keeping your wallpaper or photos visible even when the phone is asleep. Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra comes equipped with its signature AMOLED screen, also featuring a 120Hz refresh rate and an always-on display. However, Samsung has a slight edge here with its anti-reflective coating, which makes the screen much easier to see outdoors. In contrast, the iPhone struggles with reflections in bright sunlight despite its high brightness. Color accuracy is another area where the two phones differ slightly. The iPhone's display leans towards a yellowish hue, while the Galaxy has a bit of a teal tint. But with both phones offering blue light filters and adaptive color calibration, these differences are minimal in day-to-day use. One new feature for the iPhone 16 Pro Max is its ability to drop to an incredibly low 1 nit brightness level, making it easier on the eyes in dark environments. Samsung's display already hovers around this level, so both phones are excellent for nighttime use. Performance and software. Under the hood, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is powered by Apple's latest A18 Pro chip, built on a second-gen 3nm process by TSMC. This cutting-edge chip brings significant improvements in performance and efficiency, particularly when it comes to handling heavy tasks like gaming and AI-driven processes. Apple has also focused on better heat dissipation, addressing the overheating issues that plagued the A17 Pro chip. The Galaxy S24 Ultra, on the other hand, is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, specifically tuned for Samsung devices. While both chips are incredibly powerful, benchmarks show that Apple's A18 Pro takes the lead in CPU performance. However, in 3D graphics tests, the Galaxy S24 Ultra isn't far behind, offering stellar gaming performance. Both Apple and Samsung are pushing into the realm of AI, with dedicated NPU cores to handle AI tasks. The iPhone 16 Pro Max comes with Apple Intelligence, which will roll out new features gradually, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra already boasts AI-powered features like live translation, generative image editing, and transcript summaries. As for software, the iPhone runs iOS, which has seen some welcome changes this year, bringing it closer to the flexibility of Android. You can now place app icons anywhere on the home screen and even customize their colors. But if customization is what you're after, Samsung's One UI still reigns supreme with features like split-screen multitasking, themes, and more. Samsung has also stepped up its software update game, promising 7 years of updates for the Galaxy S24 Ultra, compared to Apple's 5-year commitment for the iPhone. Camera capabilities. Apple has made some significant upgrades to the cameras on the iPhone 16 Pro Max, particularly the ultra-wide camera, which now features a 48 megapixel sensor. The main camera remains at 48 megapixel, and the 5x telephoto camera comes with a 12 megapixel sensor. A new lens coating helps reduce the lens flare issue that has been prevalent in recent iPhone models, especially during night shots. Samsung, as always, is pushing the envelope with its camera hardware. The Galaxy S24 Ultra boasts a hopping 200 megapixel main camera, alongside a 12 megapixel ultra wide, a 10 megapixel 3x telephoto, and a 50 megapixel 5x zoom camera. While the megapixel count might seem impressive, the real magic happens in post processing. Both phones have excellent cameras, but Samsung has a slight edge in zoom performance, while the iPhone tends to oversharpen fine details like leaves or grass. In low light conditions, both phones perform admirably, but the iPhone's new lens coating helps reduce the flare and artifacts that can appear in night photos. Samsung, on the other hand, continues to struggle slightly with oversaturated greens in its images, but this is only noticeable when directly comparing photos side by side. Battery and charging. When it comes to battery life, both phones pack a punch. The iPhone 16 Pro Max has a 4,685 mAh battery, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra comes with a slightly larger 5,000 mAh battery. However, Samsung takes the lead in charging speeds, offering 45-watt wired charging compared to the iPhone's 20-watt. For wireless charging, Apple's MagSafe offers 25-watt, while Samsung's wireless charging maxes out at 15-watt. Conclusion. So, which phone is the better choice? It's a tough call. The iPhone 16 Pro Max impresses with its sleek design, powerful A18 Pro chip, and improved cameras, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra excels with its S Pen, higher megapixel count, and faster charging speeds. Ultimately, it comes down to personal preference and whether you're more entrenched in Apple's ecosystem or Samsung's Android world. Either way, you're getting a top-tier smartphone that won't disappoint. What do you think about it? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Until then, take care. Goodbye.